Joining us live this morning to decode this is Aarti Jairath, the senior journalist, as well as Sudesh Verma, spokesperson of the BJP. We will be joined by Bhavya Narasimha as well from the Congress party in just a bit. So let's in fact take our first question to Aarti Jairath.
Well, thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us this morning. Well, the elephant in the room, like Arvind Kejriwal and Sitaram Yechury have insisted, seat sharing is the main issue for this new alliance. For example, in Kerala and West Bengal, the Congress and the left have been traditional rivals. Now, what are some of the top challenges for this new alliance, according to you?
Well, I think you mentioned that, seat sharing is, of course, going to be quite a challenge. But I think, I think some kind of talks have already taken place, in the back room on how they're going to divide up the seats. Otherwise, we wouldn't have seen this alliance come together and come up with a name and put up the show of unity at Bengaluru as we saw. If you remember at the Bihar conclave, there were some, discordant voices. So that was not there at this meeting in Bengaluru. So I think a lot of things are going on back channel, which we in the media or we in the public cannot see. These things will take shape as they come up. So, I think there are two key things. One, of course, is seat sharing. The other is to come up with a coherent, imaginative narrative that is going to catch people's attention. The BJP has this ready-made narrative of development and all the work that the government has done. Now it's not enough to just criticize the government and say that, no, but you haven't done this, you haven't done that. You have to come up with something that catches people's imagination. And I think that is what they really need to work on, much more than seat sharing. I think seat sharing will fall into place, but it's the narrative, the punchy narrative which catches people's imagination. That's what they need to work out in the next few weeks.
Right. We also have Bhavya Narasimha. This is Narasimha Murthy joining us from the Congress. If you could tell us, is Sonia Gandhi going to continue being that adhesive force, ironing out differences? Can we expect her to be the president of the front?
Mrs. Gandhi has been very successful in, both UPA 1 and 2 in retaining the alliance partners and gaining their confidence. No wonder if 26 parties have come together again, and of which in 11 states they all have governments. But still, we are a party with who respect democracy. And next meeting, which is going to be held in Mumbai, the face of the alliance or the leader of the alliance will be decided there. Until then, we can't really comment on it. And like what was announced yesterday, there is a coordination committee that will be set up, and a campaign committee that will be set up to bring about the coordination, the differences that you were speaking about between the parties, the coordination, to have constant coordination. We are even setting up a committee there. Most importantly, Indian National Developmental Inclusive Alliance. The basic agenda is about embracing our diversity, which is, BJP sees as a threat on one hand, and then inclusive development. So these two are our basic agenda. And we will also have a common minimum program for all the parties together. We're going to come together and bring in a common minimum program. And we are very sure this battle, like in 2024, the elections will be between the idea of India and idea of BJP. And we know India always wins.
Right. I think it's a good time to get in Sudesh Verma for a rebuttal. As far as the challenges for the NDA alliance is concerned, as opposed to the new India alliance, if we talk about the past ones, Eknath Shinde, Ajit Pawar, all of them are likely to ask for a full share in their seat allocations. How exactly is the BJP going to handle such a situation and pacify everyone, Mr. Verma?
Sure, I'll answer that. But let me first describe the new alliance that has come up. It's a forced concoction of casteist, corrupt and dynastic forces that have come together. And they're they get a forced acronym, in which you have developmental, we have inclusive. It doesn't gel actually, and it's very sad that they have named it India because we are sure that 2024 they are going to be defeated lock, stock, and barrel. Because you see, they want to have this acronym. Then, as Modi ji said, actually, is the new India, developed India, and aspirational India. You are fighting against this India. The old India of Nehru, you cannot fight with the new India. Which is aspirational, which is developed already. We are the 5th largest economy of the world. So, if you're forcing an acronym, you are actually going to insult the name India when this alliance gets defeated. And let me come to the next point. You see, what is their agenda? It's a negative agenda. They want to fight the BJP. They want to remove Mr. Modi. But for what? He has done a splendid job. If you want to contest on issues which we have raised or...
Mr. Verma, is that a negative agenda? Because in a democracy, is it
That's
then...
exactly what happens.
Is it... No, I just want to ask Mr. Verma, will it really be a negative agenda to put up a tough competition?
No, it's not tough competition. Where is the competition? Tell me, was UPA bad? Bhavya said that Sonia Gandhi has done a splendid good job as UPA chairman. Tell me, if UPA was so good, where was the need to rename it into India? Do they have some, new acronym because they've changed something? No, they're just trying to fool people, putting everything. The expression that comes is old wine in a new bottle. So people know by changing your color, by changing your dress, you cannot fool people. They know what forces you represent. So that is why there is no contest at all, and we are going to win 2024 hands down. We are very confident of that. But the way they're trying to fool people, they talk of New India, they talk of democracy, but they don't speak a word against what is happening in West Bengal.
Let's get in the Congress party as well to respond. Bhavya, come in, please.
The problem with NDA is, right after our opposition meet in Patna, this NDA meet was announced as a response to it. And we all know the alliance partners of NDA have left them. And today, BJP is knocking each of their alliance partners' doors. They don't have the confidence of their own alliance partners. Yes, they have, met yesterday, but I don't really think they'll be successful enough there. And coming to, the BJP spokesperson speaking about opposition leaders, talking about various issues, how about a state in Northeast, Manipur burning, and so far Prime Minister not even giving a statement about it or even visit the state where nearly 200 people have died and thousands are in hospitals. There are like thousands of cases and still the Prime Minister doesn't speak a word about it. How about that? He's on foreign trips. And what about those?
While you're raising valid concerns, they're noted. But as far as the alliances are concerned, if we just talk about your report card, the Congress's track record against the BJP in 2019 was actually quite poor. I know you're raising very pertinent points, but 7.9% was the Congress's strike rate back in 2019. Don't you think this needs desperate fixing going ahead with this new alliance, with this new chapter?
Of course we will fix. We have seen where we have gone wrong and we are going to correct ourselves wherever we went wrong. And this time we are very sure this alliance will be a success and we will be defeating this notion that, Mr. Modi is the face of India he's not. Like, people keep comparing Mr. Modi with India and, the MPs come and say, if you're against Modi, if you're against India. No, that's not what it is. India is about people. That is what we are going to prove here. Like, today, among these 26 parties, 11 of them are in government, have formed government in different states. So we are a majority here and we will definitely win this time and show the people of India that democracy will be restored and they need not, fear, whether it is Hindus fearing about their religion. No, this fear and all started after 2014. Till then, everybody felt safe in this country. So this is what we are going to restore. Right. The real India, the real diverse India for every community to live in peace and harmony. That is our main agenda. And most importantly, economic development and the rising prices and unemployment. Mention a problem and we can say, yes, every problem, whether it is economical problem or a communal problem, it exists in India today. Or whether it is women issues, the safety of women. We know how, the wrestlers, the female wrestlers who brought us medals have been protesting there only to protect one man. The whole government stands with him, the MP Brij Bhushan Singh, only to protect him. They're
Thank
making
you so
these
much
women
for we're absolutely out of time right now, so we will have this discussion at some other point, because of course that third meeting is coming up in Mumbai, and we will keep updating our viewers on the situation there.